Well, good afternoon. Happy Thursday, everybody. My name is Rob Romanowski. I'm the Director of Sales Operations with 3HTI. And in our Windchill webinar series today, we're going to take a look at Creo, in our Creo webinar series, we're going to take a look at Learn Online. So Learn Online is a subscription-based program where you have access to both Creo and Windchill courses online. These courses can be taken for certifications. Some of these courses are available at certain times from instructors. Others you can take on your own. But what's great about it is you have access to everything that's involved in the Creo library. So if you don't have advanced assembly extension, but you're thinking of getting it for top-down design and skeleton models, but you want to learn more about it, if you have Learn Online, you can learn as much as you can about it. So today we have Shane Rigger from the Virtual Center of Excellence. Shane is going to do the presentation and overview for PTC Learn Online for Creo and Windchill. And if you have any questions, please put those in the Q&A box. We'll try to answer those as we go along, but we will definitely answer all questions by the end of the webinar session. And we could look at probably about 20 minutes for this webinar. So Shane, thanks for leading us today. You have control and it's all yours.
I appreciate it. All right, so today, like he had mentioned, we're going to be going through Learn Online, and really it's allowing the users of Creo and Windchill, even ThingWorx and Vuforia, to be able to get the online training that's going to be necessary for them as they're going through. New users are really using or utilizing that training, and also more experienced users as well. So it's not really set to one group of individuals. It's more for anybody that wants that training. So we always like to start it off by really talking about some challenges that our customers are going through, especially with the traditional training materials, such as even written instructions. So when trying to learn new skills or technologies, the written instructions can be very difficult to follow. And that's very frustrating for users who want to fully comprehend the training material and learn new things. And while doing the e-training, it can be difficult to get timely support for questions. And users can really feel unsupported and frustrated whenever they are unable to get that support that they need. And people may not have the time to attend in-person trainings, which can be very challenging for their schedules, and they may not have flexibility or the convenience in their training options to accommodate their busy lives. And that's really where the solution from PTC's end comes in, which is with PTC University, which includes that e-learning, the Learn Online. And I want to start off with the e-learning. So this is the first training option that's available to anyone with a Creo or Windchill license or subscription. That would be with the e-learning. So this is the pre-recorded content that's comprised of how-to videos, how-to steps, and they're roughly 45 minutes to an hour-long videos, and that's allowing the users to access those at any time that they would need to. And then you have your Learn Online subscription, which is our virtual training platform, and this allows users to attend any Creo or Windchill training courses that are going to be delivered live. So that's with a PTC subject matter expert, and those are blocked off within 3-hour increments. Then we also have the public training classes, which are multi-day classes for users to attend virtually. Now, with the multi-day classes, they're great, for example, for new hires that are joining an organization. And let's say they want to attend a 3-day Creo fundamentals class. You can send that new hire to that training, and you can be rest assured that they're attending that multi-day training and they're done with their training when they complete it. And also one thing to note is that with the public training classes, the users will be able to attend that class one time only versus that Learn Online subscription, where the users are going to be able to have unlimited access so that they can repeat those classes if necessary throughout the year. And that really promotes that continuous learning that's valuable for them. And then lastly, we have the PTC certifications, which are available with that Learn Online subscription. And the certifications are really a great way to show that you're proficient within one of the softwares that you're using, and also to really test your knowledge as you're learning about the new technologies. And you get those certifications through certification exams, where the users can take those exams, and once they get over an 80% on them, they're going to get a certification badge that's going to be valid for a couple years. And I should also mention that with that Learn Online subscription, the classes will really help those users to prepare and pass those certifications. Now moving on to the Learn Online features. So firstly, as I'd mentioned already, the Learn Online subscription is including that unlimited access to the catalog of Windchill or Creo courses. And these are going to be 3 hours long. They're all going to be live with that instructor led, and nothing's going to be pre-recorded, unlike with the e-learning. Of course, you have that unlimited course enrollment with this. And what I mean by unlimited is that they can attend and repeat as many classes as they would want to. And there's also many different time slots to choose from, with also having options for users that may require different languages. And the course curriculum, I'm going to cover how comprehensive it is and how we can, how we have courses not only for people that are new users again, but also those advanced users as well. And then lastly, we're going to cover the certifications for Creo or Windchill, in which they're going to be the fundamental certification and as well as the professional certification. Okay, now the way that the courses are structured out is pretty sequential in a way where you would have your case studies with the instructor going through those, and then you would have a hands-on exercise. And this is really valuable whenever you're learning, because you get that firsthand experience and being able to play with the software, get comfortable with it, and then you're able to also talk and communicate back with that instructor while you're going through that course and really get good feedback on how the processes should be done. And of course, that instructor, as you're going through those courses, are going to go through different demonstrations showing different functionality of the softwares. And again, this is valuable because they're having that firsthand experience. The instructor's walking them through it. If there's any questions throughout it, you're able to just tone in and have that one-to-one communication, or with even the rest of the class of people that have joined. And then as you're going through, there's going to be knowledge checks. So this is really valuable whenever you're going through, you're unsure of a couple pieces of information that they've touched on, and this really gauges the conversations and really makes the conversations a lot more valuable in the way that you're fully understanding what's actually going on during the training. And then of course, discussion questions is another great way to gauge the conversations, engage the individual users that are joining these courses, and really open up that discussion. And of course, because you have that instructor leading the course the entire way, you have those tips and tricks that they may be able to provide to you to enhance the experience and make you more efficient in being able to go through the processes with the different softwares and technologies that you're learning. And last but not least, as I mentioned in the past, there's going to be a fundamental certification as well as the professional certification. And the benefits for the certification, again, to show that you're proficient in that segment and to show that you have expertise in the industry that you're practicing on that software that you're trying to gain more knowledge on. And you're actually going to get that certification badge that you can really show off how knowledgeable you are within that field, so that others can maybe lean on you for assistance and also show that you're proficient within that. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is actually walking through what this would look like for a new user coming in, logging into their account, and the different training options that they would have within the training university. So this would be the home screen for being able to access those different trainings. And as you can see, there's the list of Creo and Windchill, ThingWorx, even Kepware and Vuforia. But today we'll focus on Creo. So let's say you wanted to hop into some Creo e-learning or learn online and understand what options you actually have in terms of training. So simply selecting on that, you can see that firstly, you have your training options, different ways to figure out what training options you do have. And then you can also scroll down a little bit and they're organized by training category. So there's a couple different ways right off the rip to be able to view them in different ways. But a very convenient way to do it is with the training catalog. So this training catalog up here in the top right under the quick links is going to be valuable for whenever you just want to understand the progression through the courses that PTC has found to be most valuable. So this is really showing that order of how things could be done, especially for a new user that has no experience at all. So this would walk them through that. Here you can see there's a Creo fundamentals overview, some modeling, some surfacing, sheet metal. And whenever you wanted to get, if you ever want to get more information on what the course is actually going to cover, there's a couple different things you can do. Is one, you can open up this course abstract right here, which is the I next to it. And if we open that up, this is going to give you that breakdown of the course to just, again, give you explanation on what would be covered during the course, again, you would see that duration, which all of them are going to be 3 hours, the English that the content is going to be in, the learning objectives, so what you're going to be learning throughout the course, and really giving you a good breakdown and understanding of what this course is providing to you. Now, coming back to the training catalog, let's say that you find that the Creo Fundamentals Overview would be a great course for you to start off with, and that's what you want to go with. So what you can do is you would be selecting on that. But before I do, also with the certification exams, you have your fundamentals certification exams and also your professional certification exams. And again, there's abstracts that you can open up for those that have some frequently asked questions that are involved with those. So again, let's say that you find that the fundamentals overview would be valuable for you to start off with. So what you can do is simply select on that course. And then what would happen is it's going to load in all of the different time slots and languages that this course is going to be provided in. And something also to mention is that you can see some classes are full, and that's because there's a 13-person limit in each course or 12-person limit in each course. And that really, it eliminates the possibility of having too many people within one class and then there not being enough time for you to ask the questions. So they're limited for a reason so that everyone can get their questions in and learn exactly what they need to when they're enrolling in the courses. So once you find a time slot and a date that would best suit you, let's say that it was April 3rd and at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Again, it's going to show all that information for each enrollment. You can simply select enroll now, and then you would just hit yes, enroll. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to take a course from somebody. But then once you're enrolled in that course, it's really that simple. What you'd be doing after that point is opening up your class portal. And what this is doing for you is just showing you the steps in process and how you would go about entering the course and what you're going to need to prepare for the course. And something valuable to also mention here is that you don't actually need to download anything. Everything is offered directly through the cloud. So if you needed to access the PDF document for the student guide, even the training computer is cloud-based. So you don't have to download, if you were going through a Creo training, you don't have to download Creo for this. You can access that directly from the training computer and be able to interact with the environment and go through the class normally.
So I'm glad that you mentioned that because we get emails and inquiries at 3HTI for people who want to learn Creo, but they don't necessarily want to purchase a license. So this is a great option, a great way for you to learn Creo from this subscription as opposed to paying for a license, because you don't need a Creo license to take these courses. Since, like Shane just said, everything is in the cloud. Good point, Shane.
Yeah, thank you. It's extremely important to know because, like I said, some users, again, they don't want to have that license, and this is extremely convenient for them to simply come in and be able to enjoy the environment and learn without worrying about having to download the different files. So like I was mentioning with the class portal, firstly, of course, you have your class that you would be your upcoming classes and your completed classes, and then you're simply entering your class, and that would be with whatever link you would have for MS Teams. And then, as I mentioned, your student guide. So this is something that is just giving you more information on what the experience is going to be, what information is going to be important to learn for this. Again, that's something that's optional. You can download it, view it online. You have that flexibility. And then your training computer, of course, whenever you enter the class, being able to access Creo or Windchill, you would come to this link and have all of that access. And then once you complete off your course, the class survey is going to give feedback on the course to allow them to know how well it went, if you had any questions after, and that would provide for the follow-up. Okay, that was everything that I had to cover today for Learn Online. Were there any questions from anybody?
There are no questions in the chat. So this is really good. So just to let everybody know what, from a pricing standpoint, the subscription for Creo Learn is $1,300 for a subscription for Creo. It is $1,300 for a subscription for Windchill. And if you want to get a combined Creo Windchill, it is $1,500. So for $200 more, you get both Creo and Windchill Learn and the certifications that are included. So hopefully you guys find some value in this information. You know, we got a good group today. Our webinars for Creo have been growing. We've been getting a lot of people coming on and, you know, writing back to us saying that they're getting a lot of value from the from the webinars, which makes us feel good because lets us know we're doing something right. So that's going to conclude our webinar for today. I want to thank you, Shane, for leading us. I want to thank everybody for being on. If you do think of any questions or want to reach out to us, there are two ways you can do that. You can email us at info@3hti.com, or you can just respond to the email invitation that you received, because those emails come back directly to me. So next week, the 30th, we're going to have a webinar focused on top-down design and skeleton models. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to showcase the Creo Advanced Assembly extension. So that's a really good capability for Creo. Depending on what you do, it could save you a lot of time. So hopefully we'll see you on next week. Jane, thank you again for leading us, and everybody, we're going to be dismissed, and have a great day. Take care.